Hello.
Hi, Kiran. Good morning.
Hi there. Very good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hi, good
Yeah.
morning.
Hi, Anirudh. Good morning.
I think we can get started. There are other things on.
Okay, sure.
I'm just allowing you to screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's done.
Okay. Yeah. Just give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So yesterday, we were doing we had generated the certificates, right? Till September 4, we had completed. Now we'll see the next part.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is my screen. This is my terminal. So we have generated the certificate. Certificates are stored here in the organizations folder, like inside the author organizations and peer organizations, right? Now the next thing which we have to do is we have to start our network. Okay, to start our network, we are going to use this command. Okay, so first is image tag. So basically I'm just putting a tag which image I'm going to use. Okay, like which Docker version image I'm going to use for the Hyperledger Fabric. Okay, then after that, I have a command docker compose -f for the file name. So file name is docker/docker compose testnet.yaml and then up. Right. So basically, what will happen is it will start my network. Okay. And right now, I will be doing in the interactive way, in the attach mode. Okay. So that we can just check out the logs also. So now you can see first it is creating the Fabric test network, then volumes, and then containers. Okay, so like this you should get the output. So at the last you should get no active channel passed. Okay, so just try to run this and then I will explain you what is happening behind the scene.
Yeah. We'll just find that.
So if you look at the command, right? So in the command we have given one file docker/docker compose testnet.yaml, right? So basically what is happening is this docker compose command is taking inputs from this file. Okay, this is the YAML file, and where all the configuration has been written, like how my network will be there, right? So let's try to understand what kind of configurations are there and how we can create our custom network uh, by looking or by understanding this configurations. Okay, so just look at this file and some similarity you will find like in the Docker application, one application we had, right? Mongo and Express Mongo and the Node.js. So some similarity you will find here also. So basically this is also a Docker Compose template. Okay, so in this template we have four things like version, volume, network, and services. Okay, so version is your document version. Okay, that is based, like that is according to your Docker Compose version. Then volumes we have. So in the volumes, as you know, whenever we create a container, right? So we should attach one volume also, because if container is generating some data, so where exactly the data will be stored. So for that reason, we have to have the volumes also. So here, first thing is I'm creating some volumes. Like first volume is order.example.com, then peer0org1.example.com, right? So like this, I have defined 3 volumes here. Okay, these 3 volumes will be attached to the respective containers. Okay, now coming to the name. Okay, name you can give anything as per your requirement, but try to give whatever service name you have here. So same name you should give here also. Okay, after that I have the network section. So basically I'm creating a network here. Okay, so my network name is test and the actual name is fabric_test. Okay, name you can give anything, network name you can give anything. So here I have given fabric_test. In your VS Code it might be something different. Okay, maybe under net_test may be there, right? So that's fine, any name you can give for your network. Okay, that is up to you, that is up to your requirement. Okay, but main concept here is we have to create a network first, then only we can attach the containers to that network. So the very first requirement is creating a network, then only our containers will be connected to that network, right? So moving on, next part is the services part. Services part meaning whatever container we are going to have in our network, right? So for those, to create those containers, we have to write services. Okay, so to write services, we have the list of configurations for order, for peers, and for CLI. Okay, so first let's check for the order. So the very first thing is line number 20 in my machine. You have to give the container name. Okay, so container name, like every container will have a name, right? So here also we have to give a container name very first. So here my container name is order.example.com. Name you can give anything, as I said, any name would work. So this is as per your requirement. Then image, which image you are going to use for this container. Okay, to create this container. So we are going to use Hyperledger Fabric order. That is the image we are going to use, and version is latest. Then label. So every time we define a label also, like to have or to understand the containers easily. So here label we are defining as a Hyperledger Fabric. Then environment variables. Okay, so environment variables are like the actual parameters on the basis of that my container will be running. So the very first thing is inside the inside your container, what kind of logging specification you want. Okay, so there are 2 ways. One is info, second one is debug. 2 mode actually. So info, you will get only 1 line information about your logs. Debug, you will get the detailed information about your logs. Okay, so right now we have given info only. So if you just come here in the terminal and if you just look for the order, right, so you will get 1 line logs. So these are the logs which are generated by the order. Okay, right, the yellow one, right? Then order general listening address. So order will be listening on 00000 and 7050. Okay, since we are running in a local laptop, so local laptop has address of 00 only, so that is why we are just giving address as a 0. And then listening port, so every container will run on a specific port number. Okay,
So in the address, we'll have to give IP address only, or we can use local host like
local host also will work, and IP address also will work. If you are having a server, you can give the IP address, that's fine. Okay, then listening port, so every container will have a specific port. Okay, these are the standard one, like starting from 7050. Okay, and then 7051, 52, 9051, 9052, 9053, then your 11051, like this. These are the standard one. Okay, so for order we are having the listening port is 7050. Okay, Then we have the local MSP ID. Okay, so I think you must be knowing about the MSP ID now. So we had two types of MSPs, right? Local MSP and global MSP.
Mhm.
So here we have to define what is my local MSP. So my for order, my local MSP ID is order MSP. Okay.
Mhm.
Throughout the network, MSP ID would be same. Like local MSP ID would be same for order. Okay, you can have n number of order, but MSP ID would be same for all the orders. Okay. Then we have the order general local MSP directory. So where exactly your MSP ID would be stored. Okay. So it is giving the path var, hyperledger, order, and MSP. Okay. But if you try to find out, this particular path in your laptop, okay, so generally you won't be able to find this, right? Anyone who is able to find this path in your laptop? Var, hyperledger, order, and MSP. Is there any path here or in your laptop? So basically it won't be there in your laptop. So then why we are giving this path? Okay. So basically what is happening is this is not your laptop path. This is the container path. So when you will
Mhm.
create a container, inside your container, this is the path of your container. Okay. So basically the order MSP which we are talking about here, so it will come from the container path, right? But if it is coming from the if the system is taking from the container path, right, then we have to upload it to container also, right? Because container is not going to generate your certificates. We are in our local system, we are generating the certificates and we are storing here in our file folder. So we have to do something so that my certificates will be available or my MSP will be available to container also. So for that we do volume mapping. So here from line number 50. Okay. The first volume mapping is we are doing for Genesis block. So always remember Genesis block we will generate in the local laptop and then we'll map it to the container. Okay. So the left side, the highlighted one is your laptop path. Okay.
Mhm.
And the right side, the highlighted one is the container path. Okay. Similar way, we have the MSP also. You can see here, right? So this is my container path, which I am going to map to the local path. And this local path is easily available here. So organizations, order organizations, then example.com, orderers, and then MSP, right? So this is how we do the volume mapping. Third volume mapping we'll do for TLS certificates. This is the one. And the fourth one is for our data. So basically the line number 54. So 51, 52, and 53. These are the from your laptop file explorer. Data will go to the container. From on line number 54, data will come from the container to the local folder or local laptop folder. This one. Okay. So basically volume mapping will be two-way, right? So once a order will be running, it will generate the data. It will generate a blockchain. It will store on this particular folder, right? On this path, var, hyperledger, production, and order. And if you want to replicate, if you want to sync the same thing in your laptop also, so it will be stored here, okay, on this path, correct?
Mhm.
So these activity usually we don't do, but when we try to take the backup of our entire blockchain. Okay, so that time we usually do this activity. We just get the data we just sync the data from the container to the local laptop file explorer, and then we can down our network. So my data is stored on the local laptop, right? So I can down my network. If I up it again, then what will happen is it will it will take the backup from the local folder structure or local folder path, and then complete blockchain will be synced with the container. Okay, so it is not necessary if you down your network, then you will lose all the data. So that scenario will not come. So we will have the data, but as a backup in your laptop. Okay. After that, we have the TLS settings here. Okay, so we have the so as you know, like TLS would be enabled. TLS is transport layer security. Okay, so what is a transport layer security? So it is a networking term. So whenever two systems try to connect with each other, okay, so the communication which we are establishing between the two components or two servers or two participants, right? So we have to make sure that whatever data we are transmitting or we are getting, that data should be secure. Okay, that data should be on a secure gateway or something like that, right? It should not be tampered in between. So for that, basically what in the Hyperledger Fabric, what we do is we use the TLS. So for TLS, if someone is trying to send me a data, okay, then the very first thing is I will verify the data, and first I will verify the identity of the sender. Okay, so how I will verify? I will check for his certificates. Okay, if he has valid certificate and if he has he is part of our network, then only I will accept the data request. Okay.
Yeah.
So for that, if you enable this, then every time your data will be verified by the certificates.
So is it necessary to for it to be enabled all the time, or we can turn it off?
You can turn it off, but it is not recommended.
Yeah, obviously.
Because Fabric is designed in such a way that you should use highest level of security. Okay, in terms of certificates. Okay, whenever right, so whenever you try to transfer any kind of data, so it is not like a only like a peer-to-peer connection. So this connection, the TLS connection, will be there in every connections, like peer-to-peer, peer-to-order, order-to-peer, peer-to-client, order-to-order. So any component who is trying to connect with a different component, there should be a TLS enabled, and then there should be a verification with the private key and the certificates. Okay, so these are the setting for that. Then here the cluster settings are there, where you have to just give the certificates. Then order general bootstrap method, none. Then channel participation, that is enabled, so my order will take part in the channel channel also. Then here the admin, order admin. Okay, so we have the order and one order admin. Okay, so for order admin also we'll have the certificates. Okay, so those certificates we are having here, and my order admin will listen on 7053 port number. Okay, then working directory. So this is the internal path of your container. On this path, your complete data will be there. Then command, if you just put order command, then your order container will be started. And the volume we already discussed about it. Ports here, so we have the ports here. So basically 2 ports, 7050 for order and 7053 for order admin. And then network, so network is test only, right? So network we already define here, that is test. So this order container will be attached to the test network, will be running inside the test network. Clear? Any questions on the order configuration? Fine. So Now the next thing is, let's say if you have multiple orders, right? So how you have to write the configuration for that. So basically you have to just copy the complete configuration. So configuration will remain same for the n number of orders, okay, whatever number you want to have. Only difference would be the values, okay. So the port number will change, then your container name, your service name, right? And after that your admin listening address, right? So these changes would be there. Other than that, nothing is going to change. So certificates, you have to just check out the volume mapping from where your certificates are coming. So right now it is coming from orders, okay, and your address is order.example.com. If you have the multiple orders, maybe order 1, order 2, order 3. So here you have to make the changes. That's it. Clear? So moving on. Next one is my peer. Okay, so here we are going to write the configuration for our peer. So the first peer is peer0org1.example.com. So very first thing, container name, then image, labels, and the environment variables. So these are the generic one. Okay, so these are the generic environment variables like core VM endpoint. So that is just a Docker daemon path. Then here core VM Docker host config network mode. So here we can give our network name. Okay, so I have given fabric_test. Then logging specification, you can, as I said, you can give info or debug, anything as per your requirement. Then here the TLS settings. So TLS enabled, true or false, profile enabled, TLS cert file, key file, and root cert file. Okay, so this will help you to enable to work with the TLS, transport layer security. Then this is very important, peer specific variables. Okay, so remember this information will be common for all the peers. Okay, the highlighted one, line number 67 to 76. These information will be common to all the peers. All peer will have the same information. But from line number 78, this is the peer specific. Okay, so you have to change as per your peer name or peer address. So the very first thing is peer ID. Okay, so every peer will have one ID. So my peer ID for this particular peer is peer0org1.example.com. You can change as per your requirement. Whatever name you have for your peer, you can give that name. Similarly, for peer address, so your ID, then port number 7051. Then listening address, so listening address would be 0007051. That is the port number. Then, like your peers are the one who are going to host the chain code, or where there exactly we are going to deploy our chain code. So if we are deploying the chain code, so also we know, like whenever we deploy the chain code will run in a separate container, right? But that container will be attached to the peer. So this is the place where we have to define the configuration for your chain code container. So line number 81 and 82, here we are giving the address for our chain code container, which will be mapped to this peer0org1. So my peer will run on 7051 port number. My chain code will be running on 7052. Okay, so that is the difference. Then listening address 0007052. After that, we have the gossip bootstrap. Okay, so as we know, in the Hyperledger Fabric, one concept is there. That concept we call it as a gossip protocol. Okay, so in the gossip protocol, generally what happens is, in a general way, also like in our social life, also people used to do the gossiping. So gossiping is exchanging the information. So here also, peers will exchange the information about the information which they have. So for that we have to give a bootstrap. Okay, bootstrap meaning from where exactly we are going to start the gossiping. So we have to give a peer name and the port number. So this is the configuration for that. And lastly, we have to define the local MSP ID. So for organization, we have the org1 MSP for first organization. So whatever number of peer I have in this particular organization, I will define, or I will have the MSP ID as a org1 MSP only. Okay. After that, we are going to do the volume mapping. So you can check out line number 87, 88, 89, and 90. So these are the volume mappings which we are doing here. Working directory, command, peer node start, port number, and the network. Okay, so this is the configuration for your peer. Any questions here?
Yeah, so one question from my side related with peer specific variables. We can add peers dynamically to the network, right? So is it possible to configure these parameters dynamically? For example, if you want to add any new peer to the system, then how?
Yeah, so dynamically possible, but for that also you have to write some script.
Okay. Yeah, obviously, yes.
So right now the main way is if you want to add a new peer, right? So you have to write the configuration. So basically the network will look for this particular configuration.
Okay, so basically this YAML file specifies the initial setup for peers, but we can add any peer dynamically by writing script for this peer specific variable.
So basically you can write a script which can generate this YAML file in this format. Okay, and then you can automate the things, but network will look for this YAML file only. If you provide the YAML file, it will work as per your given data. Okay, so basically if you see, let me give you a very simple example. This AWS blockchain, right, or Azure blockchain, or IBM blockchain, Oracle blockchain. So what they generally do, so they take the input from you from a wizard, right? So we have to just fill out a form on the UI, and then that form will be converted to JSON format. That complete data will be in a JSON format in a key and value pair. Okay, that data will come in the backend API will replicate the data. It will push inside a YAML file. Okay, it will create a YAML file and it will push the data into this format. And once we get the data in this format, immediately the network will be up and running with the newly created YAML file, whatever data is there, right?
Yeah.
So that is the automation is provided by the this blockchain services. So under the line, they are also using Hyperledger Fabric only, but they have just automated the things. That's it.
Okay, so AWS is using Hyperledger only?
Yes, everyone is using Hyperledger Fabric under the line.
Wow.
So if you go for, so they will ask for your like which network, which framework you want to use. You want to use Ethereum, you want to use Hyperledger Fabric, Sawtooth, whatever support they have. So they will ask for that, and it is a managed services actually. So manually you don't have to do anything. All things will be done by the automation services or scripts. Just like our cloud, right? So in the initial days or before cloud, what was happening is you have to create a physical service, like physical machine. You have to procure that, and then like first you have to fill a form, and then form will go to the admin. He will procure a machine on behalf of you, like by giving the configuration. Now the thing is automated. Now you have to just fill a form online, and then that form will go to the backend. APIs will run that form. It will extract the data, and then based on data, it will create a server for you, right? So it's the same thing here also. Those are cloud services. Here, these are the blockchain services, right? So this is how it works, and this is and that is a business for all these services right now. So all the services do the same thing,
So moving on.
Regarding another YAML file in this
Hmm.
Docker folder, which is related with couch configuration as well as CA configuration. So couch configuration, we can have any other NoSQL DB setup for that. So we'll have to create separate Docker file for it, or we can just manipulate this for now.
No, these are your main peers file, peer configuration. If you want to have the couch, so for that we have a separate
Yeah,
file.
the couch.yaml. Yes.
So here,
Suppose I need to use MongoDB. So,
Mongo support right now it is not available.
okay.
Only couch is available. Couch and level. Maybe in future you will get the Mongo, but right now it is not available.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay. So this peer is clear, right? Peer 0 org 1. So same thing we are doing for peer 0 org 2 also. Okay. Or let's say in org 1 only you have second peer. Okay. So basically you have to just put all these configurations. Okay. Just change the peer specific variables. Okay. Port numbers. That's it. Okay. Sorry. And here also the path. And you will be able to create a second peer configuration, right? And if you just look at the peer 0 or 2 here also, you will get the same configuration. Okay, container name, image, labels, environment variables. So till this point, environment variables are same. Only for peer specific variables, values are getting different. So here your peer 0 or 2 port number is 9051, right? For chain code 9052. MSP ID, since this is a second organization, so the MSP ID would be or2 MSP. Then volumes, so just change the path of your volumes, and then working directory will be same, command would be same, port number would be 9051, and network is same. Correct. So this is how you can write n number of configurations for your peers. Got it? Now at the last, since we are going to like work on the terminal also, right? So basically, if you want to connect with your peers, you should connect with the you have to connect with the CLI only, CLI container, using the CLI container. So this is the tool, okay, CLI container. For that also we just give the variables, okay, and at the last we'll say, okay, it will depend on the two peers. So basically from two peers we can access, like from CLI container, these two peers can be accessed. Okay, so that configuration is there. Clear?
But while running up that, starting the Docker container using image that command that you just told, I'm getting one error.
What is error?
Let me just share my screen. Okay, are you able to see?
Yeah.
So I got into this test network folder and then I ran this command.
Okay, got it. So basically, you have to make one small change. Open your Docker compose testnet.yaml. Okay. So see, you have two options. Why you are getting this error is, if you go to terminal, there is a warning.
Yes.
There is a warning. Go up.
This one.
Docker sock variable is not set. Okay.
Oh.
So what is this Docker sock variable? This variable have the value. The value would be open your 1 minute. Let me give you the value.
Okay.
So basically the value will be this. So I'm just putting in the chat. This
Mhm.
should be the value. Okay. So starting from var run docker sock. So you have two options. You can remove this variable and put a hard code value, or in the
Mhm.
terminal you can export the docker sock and the value. No, not there, not there. Remove the docker sock. See,
So remove it
you
completely.
you understood 2 point here. So first way is
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
can remove the variable bracket docker sock. Okay,
This one.
not complete one, till right side only.
Okay, the value of it.
No, value no, only key. So docker
Key.
sock, this one.
Okay.
First thing
Mhm.
is you can remove this and put var run docker dot sock. Okay. Second way is don't change anything on this file. Go to your
Mhm.
terminal, export docker underscore sock is equal to var run docker sock. So type export
Mhm.
docker underscore sock capital.
Okay, the variable name.
Yes, the variable name.
Mhm.
Equal to the value which I have given you in the chat.
So we need to modify this YAML file.
No, it will not modify. It will just give the variable.
Set
It
up
will
the
just set the
value.
variable so that your
Mhm.
system can take the variable and it can start your network easily. Notice
Oh.
not.
Not copied, I guess.
Yeah.
Var and document.
Anyone else getting any kind of error?
That's it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the same error I am getting.
Should I use colon for that? What? Yeah, I think it should have been a colon.
Giving it. No. It should be is equal to only, but
Mhm.
remove the this colon and the extra space. Extra. Don't give extra space.
Okay.
Now. Okay. Yes.
I think there are no errors at the moment.
Okay.
It's taking time to complete, but no errors this time.
Okay. Fine. So clear, right? Up now.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
I will back in a minute. You can continue.
So moving on, next one is, so my network is up now, right? And so, but you can see no active channel pass. So now the next work is I have to create a channel, right? So to create a channel, so the very first thing is we have to set the config path. So the question is why we have to set the config path. Okay. Since to create a channel, we are going to use a binary from from the bin folder. Okay, so basically we have config tx gen and the os and admin binaries in the bin folder. Okay, so that is the reason first we have to export the bin path and then we have the configuration in the config tx. Okay, so here if you look at the VS Code, I have one config tx. Inside config tx, I have config tx.yaml. Okay, consider this file is the heart of your Hyperledger Fabric network. All the policies we are going to define here. On the basis of those policies, your network is going to run. Okay, so we have to give access to this folder also. So that is why we are just exporting the path. At the last, I'm exporting the channel name. Why I'm exporting the channel name? Because every time I won't be writing my channel. I just export a variable that is channel name, and I will use channel name instead of my channel. Okay, clear? So let's export this 3 variables. So for that, open a new terminal. Okay, new terminal, redirect to same path. Okay, and then export.
I think your screen is not shared. It's mine only.
In my machine, it is saying you are sharing. Let me share it again.
Yeah. I'm just stopping mine.
Mm, actually, it is visible. But
Oh. Yeah, I can see it now. Yes, I can see it now.
Okay, perfect. So the next one is, so once you export this, after that we will create the system genesis block and the channel genesis block. Okay, so as you know, in every blockchain, the very first block will be a genesis block, right? So here also we are going to create a genesis block. We are creating this genesis block in our local folder, and then as you know, we did volume mapping to genesis block also, so automatically it will be sync with the container. So to create a genesis block, I'm going to use a command config txgen profile, right? So config txgen is the tool which we are going to use. It is a binary tool. And profile, so profile we are going to use to orgs application genesis. So this profile is coming from this config tx.yaml. Okay, so at the last you will find the profiles, right? In the profiles we have 2 orgs application genesis. Okay, so in this application genesis we are going to have all the configuration about my network. Okay, so basically what I am going to do is, whatever configuration I want to have in my network for a particular channels or for a network, for the order, for the organizations, I'm going to put that configuration inside the block. That block will be genesis block, and then inside to the network. Okay, so basically my network will get to know, okay, this is the configuration on which we have to run our network. Okay, so basically we are just putting all the configuration from our local system to a block. So here, once that is done, one new block file will be created. That block file will be inside channel artifacts, then channel name dot block, and channel ID would be your channel name only. So here, let's come to the terminal and run it. You will see output writing a genesis block. Come back to your VS Code. You will find one channel artifacts here. Inside channel artifacts, you will find a my channel.block. This is the block file which just now I have generated. Clear?
Yeah.
So my genesis block has been created. Now we have some configuration in code.yaml also. So let's copy this code.yaml inside our config tx. So let's run this. And then I'm going to create the channel. So to create the channel, I have three variables: orderer CA, orderer admin TLS insert, and orderer admin TLS private key. Okay, these are the variable. If you guys remember, I have defined in the orderer configuration,
Yeah.
right? So I'm going to just export this three variables. Why I'm exporting? Because it has a lengthy path, right? So instead of using this lengthy path in the command, we can just use the variable name here. So that's those variables are order CA here, order admin TLS cert here, order admin TLS private key is here, right? So let's export this variable first. So I've exported this. Now this is the command to create a channel, the highlighted one. OSN admin. OSN admin is the order admin. Okay. Then channel. Then join channel ID. Channel ID is my channel name. Config block. Just now we have created the config block. Then localhost 7053. That is my order address, order admin address. Then CA file. That is order CA. Client cert. That is order admin TLS insert. Client key is the private key of admin TLS. Okay, so let's create a channel. So I will run this command here, and you will get the output here. You will get the logs in the second terminal. Just okay, my bad. One error I'm getting, that is unknown flag. Okay, so if you are also getting the same error, then there is a minor change, but generally on Ubuntu you will not get this error. Only in Mac generally I get that error, so I will correct it. So it is saying the channel ID, channel -ID is not a valid flag. So I am just changing it to channel ID. Okay, now it should work, and you will see the output also. So you see channel has been created. Name is my channel, URL, status, height. And on the log side, if you see, once a channel has been created, you will find some logs like a raft leader chain 0 to 1. Start accepting request as a raft leader at block 0 channel, my channel node 1. So my raft is also activated now. Okay, so once we create the channel, our raft ordering system is going to start. Why it is going to start? Because it get to know, okay, now after channel creation I will receive the transactions. Correct?
The raft is that consensus.
Yes,
Yeah.
consensus algorithm. Clear, right?
Yes.
So my channel has been created. Now next thing is I have to ask the organization to join the channel. So for that I will send the request. Okay, to send the request, or we have to first do for first organization and then second organization. Okay, but the problem here is this is my external terminal. How my external terminal will have access to the peer? Correct. So to give access to the terminal, what I have to do is I have to set the environment variables. Okay, to set the environment variables, how we are going to set? So let me give you, there are two ways. Okay, so you can set the environment variables using two ways. First way is one minute. I just show you the first and then second. So this is the first way how you can set the environment variable for organization 1. Okay, so you have to export this 5 variables. Okay, so you have to give a core peer TLS enable. Basically, whatever variable you have defined in the Docker compose file, same variable you have to define it here also. Okay, for first organization, this is one way. Then what, instead of doing this, exporting these 5 things again and again, why not we create a script for that, right? Right. So
Yeah.
let's create a script for it. Open your VS Code. In the VS Code, go to your test network. Inside test network, you will have one folder, scripts. Okay, so inside the script, create a new file, name it. The file name would be or set org peer context.sh. This is the file name. Create a script file, set org peer context.sh inside your scripts, and then put this 3 line of code inside this file. Let me know what's done.
Just find that.
Done, na?
No, not yet. Yeah, pop it now.
Yeah, done.
Okay. So now instead of doing that, so now I will do, I just run this source, and then at the last I will give the variable name. So if my first organization is there, then variable would be 1. If second one is 2. Okay, so if I am putting 1, then I am setting the environment variable for first organization. If I am putting 2, then I am giving for second. I am just setting environment variable for second organization. So let's set the environment variable for first. So you should get the output using organization 1. Once you do that, let's ask peer to join the channel. So for that, peer channel join and your channel name or channel block. So now, okay, successfully submitted proposal to join channel. Okay, some warnings you will see, but that is fine. That is not a problem as of now. Same thing I'm going to do for second organization. So I will set the environment variable. I will run the same command. Okay, so both the organization has joined the channel now. And at the last, I'm going to update my anchor peer. So to update anchor peer, we already have set anchor peer.sh. That is the script file which is already available in your system. So you have to just run this command for first organization, this command for second organization. So basically, one minor change. First here, and Okay.
Mhm.
So set the environment variable, and then so I just set the environment variable here to 1, and I will update the anchor PS. Okay, so my update is failed. I think I did something wrong here. Let me try from second organization. Okay, so my second organization is done. Okay, I think I did something wrong, but that's fine. So in your system also, you should get the same output. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you paste that set or peer code as well in the document file?
Set org. Okay, sure.
Yeah, that you pasted on the chat window. That
Yeah.
it will be handy for reference.
Okay.
Because I think we'll try this out multiple times today to
Okay,
ensure
sure.
that we are following all the things from this document.
So that's it I have. So we have created a channel, we have joined the channel, and we have successfully updated the anchor peers.
Mhm.
Okay. So till join the channel, just try it out.
Yes.
And actually tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I won't be available. So we'll meet again on the Monday only now. Actually,
Okay.
some certain plans are there because
Mhm.
of holiday season.
Holiday season. Yeah. That's fine.
So just try it out until this point, and then we'll start again.
Yeah, of course. So we'll revisit this stuff, setting up the prerequisites
Yes,
and setting
yes,
up the
yes.
network and launching the
Mhm.
network. And maybe on third, I think we should just go through all these points once again to ensure that everyone has clear understanding or discuss
Yes.
any queries
Yes.
if there are.
Correct. Yes.
Because this is the main thing, I guess, for setting up the network. Everyone
Yes.
should
So
understand this.
configuration is the main point here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
because network is dependent on the configuration only.
correct.
Okay. So my suggestion would be try to write some custom configurations and then try to up the network. You will face some error. We'll figure out those errors. It will
Yes.
It will help you to learn easily.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Happy New Year, and we'll meet again next year.
in the new year. Yeah.
Happy New Year, you too.
Wish you a very happy new year. Yeah.
Happy New Year's.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.